Today, I'm going to show you why hard work alone won't get you to the top in flag football, and more importantly, what actually will. Instead of wasting years trying to figure it out on your own, I'll break down exactly what's holding most players back and how you can start making real progress now. Right now, flag football is at an all-time high. USA just dominated the world stage last year, and the game is evolving fast. Players today are already better than they were a year ago because training isn't just about grinding anymore. It's now backed by data, biomechanics, and proven performance systems that separate the elite from the rest. And here's the problem that you're facing. You stay late at every practice. You're in the gym with the workout plan that you put together, and you're watching film. But no matter how hard you continue to push, it feels like you're constantly staggering behind others. And you see other athletes getting scouted, making elite teams, standing on podiums. Meanwhile, you're stuck in the same spot. You scroll on social media and watch highlights of players that you know you can compete with. And you start to wonder, what do they have that I don't? Is it talent? Luck? Are they just genetically gifted? No, they're training in a way that gives them an unfair advantage. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what separates the athletes who win championships from everyone else. So you're no longer wasting time on training that doesn't translate to the field. And when you see how it works, you'll never look at training the same way again. After working with some of the best flag athletes in the world, creating their training plans, and coaching players who went from unknown to dominating the game, I can confidently tell you there's specific systems that these athletes follow. Most players will never figure this out. They'll keep running random drills, lifting like bodybuilders, and doing generic speed work and hoping it all comes together, only to stay stuck. But the ones who break through, they're not guessing. They're following a structured system that trains them for exactly what it takes to dominate the field. And if you don't know what the system is, or how to train the right way, you'll always be a step behind. Take Maddie. Before she joined our coaching program, she was fast, but not game fast. She had the skills, but not the game IQ to apply them. And now she's a national champion and easily one of the best receivers in the game. Coach Ali, owner and athlete of Apex Athletics, has worked with athletes at every level of flag football, from high school standouts to Team USA players competing for gold medals. He's helped players take their game from being overlooked to constantly being the go-to player. And if you stick with me for the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. But first, let me break down why most athletes stay stuck, so you can make sure it never happens to you. 7 years ago, Coach Ali thought he had everything figured out. He was always fast, always one of the best athletes on the field. He trained hard and put in the work, and he expected results. So when he went to his college showcase combine, he thought he would put up numbers that would get him noticed. Then his 40-yard time came back, and it was terrible. At that time, everything changed. He realized he wasn't as fast as he thought. He had just been faster than the guys around him. And that meant one thing: limited opportunities, a threatened future, and a huge wake-up call. Hard work wasn't enough. He had to train differently. He tried everything. More sprints, more lifting, more drills. But no matter what he did, he still wasn't seeing the improvements he needed. It wasn't until he completely changed his approach to training that he saw a breakthrough. He stopped focusing on working harder and started training like the top 1% of athletes. And when he made that shift, his speed exploded. His performance skyrocketed, and he was cutting faster, getting open on any play that was called, and easily locking down receivers. He became a completely different athlete, and that's when he knew he had to help other athletes like him unlock this too. That's why he built Apex Athletics, to develop real athletes and give them the exact system he wished he had. Over the years, we produced some of the most dominant football players in San Antonio, trained D1 athletes, helped high school players get college offers, and even coached college players into the league. But then something even bigger happened. Ashley and Maddie were our first flag football athletes, insanely talented but basically starting from scratch. They had the athleticism, the work ethic, the mindset, but not the system. So we took the same proven method that had developed college and pro athletes and applied it to flag. And the result? Two-time USA world gold medalists, not just winning tournaments, but dominating. And they weren't the only ones. Athlete after athlete, we started seeing the same results because we finally cracked the code to elite flag football training. And after 6 years of coaching, one thing became clear. Every dominant flag football player had mastered the same 3 areas in their training that we call the Apex system. But if you're missing even one of these, you'll always be a step behind. Let's break them down. First is position mastery, the mental and technical edge. Position mastery is what separates athletes from playmakers. It's the ability to read the game before it happens, react instantly, and always be in the right spot at the right time. Elite players don't just react to the play, they dictate it. Most players rely purely on athleticism, but without elite level game IQ, footwork, and decision making, they'll always be hitting a ceiling. For an example, DBs who can't read routes get cooked, receivers who can't manipulate defenders stay locked up, and QBs who don't recognize coverages get baited into bad throws. For nationals, we worked with Ashley on her DB work. She'd react to the receiver's movements instead of anticipating them. We completely rebuilt her footwork, route recognition, and reaction speed, so she knew exactly where to be before the receiver even broke in their route. And if you don't train these areas, You'll always be reacting instead of controlling the game. And the best part, this is all learned. If you train your positioning the right way, you can control the field. Second is speed and explosiveness. Game-changing athleticism. Speed isn't just about how fast you can run. It's about how fast you can move. Your first step quickness, acceleration, and change of direction determine whether you can create separation or get locked down. In flag football, speed is the most dangerous weapon, but most players train it completely wrong. They focus on long sprints instead of game speed acceleration, reaction time, and footwork efficiency. Like I mentioned earlier, we worked with Ashley before her national game. We rebuilt her speed with first step explosion drills and footwork precision, and now she's able to close the gap between any receiver and helps her win on deep balls every time. And what happens if you don't develop in these areas? Receivers, you'll be too slow off the snap and defenders will stay glued to you. DBs, you won't have the burst to recover when beaten deep, and you'll get left behind in high-level matchups. Speed can be trained. If you work on explosive acceleration, you become unstoppable in your position. Lastly, strength and power, the foundation of elite performance. Strength in flag football isn't about contact, it's about power. It's what makes you faster, more agile, more explosive, and more balanced. It's what allows you to cut without losing speed, extend for catches, and maintain control under pressure. Most players ignore strength because flag football is non-contact, but power enhances every aspect of your game. More power means faster acceleration. A stronger core means better balance. And having lower body strength means higher vertical. Ashley didn't just get stronger, she became explosive in coverage. We focus on lower body strength for acceleration, core stability for quick recovery, and explosiveness for breaking speed. She went from good to locking down the best receivers in the country. And what happens if you don't train strength and power? Receivers, you won't be nearly as smooth in your routes and you'll constantly have slow breaks. DBs, you'll be unable to recover fast enough on quick breaks, and your movements will be slow and inefficient. Power isn't about size, it's about maximizing every movement so you can dominate. Now that you know the 3 pillars in our Apex system, here's the key. These 3 areas can't work in isolation. If you only work on speed but no position work, you'll waste your athleticism. And if you have power but no speed, you'll get left behind. If you have technique but no explosiveness, you'll always be a step too slow. When you master all 3, that's whenever you truly become a dominant flag football player. So here's the deal. If you're serious about becoming an elite flag football athlete, you now know what it takes. You know that the best in the game aren't just training harder, they're training smarter. And the difference between you and them, it's not talent, it's the system that they follow. That's exactly why we built the Apex Flag program. Within this program, we directly implement the Apex system within your training. This is the exact system that has helped athletes go from struggling to dominating on the biggest stages. It's the same process that helped Ashley and Maddie go from talented but unrefined to USA national champions and 2-time world gold medalists. And what happens when you go through this system? Instead of guessing what drills to do, you train with a clear, proven blueprint. So every rep actually moves you forward. You stop playing reactionary football and start controlling the game, reading defenses before they can even move. You unlock explosive speed that defenders can't keep up with, and when on defense, you're able to close gaps between receivers. And you can step on the field with full confidence, knowing you have an unfair advantage over everyone in front of you. So if you're to join, here's what you'd get. Position-specific training. Break down your exact role and build the skills that make you stand out. Speed and explosive program. Develop real game speed acceleration to create separation and close gaps. Strength and power development. Train for functional power that makes you dominate in every matchup. Tactical coaching. Learn the small details that win championships. Private coaching calls. Work directly with Coach Ali to refine your game, get feedback, and improve faster. This is not just a training program. It's an entire performance system designed to take you from good to dominating. And let's be real for a second. Private position coaching, that's easily $50 to $100 per session. A speed trainer, another $100 per session. And a strength and conditioning coach, that's easily $300 per month for just general training. And most athletes are already spending $1,500 a month on training that isn't even built for flag football. And here's the problem. Even if you spent $1,500 every month for a year, you'd still be guessing. Training with no clear system, running random drills, and hoping it actually translates to the field. That's why Coach Ali spent the last 5 years working directly with national champions, pro-level flag athletes, and elite trainers, investing thousands into coaching, training certifications, and breaking down exactly what makes the top players different. He took everything he learned from the best in the game, refined it, and built a system that guarantees results, so you don't have to waste years figuring out on your own. Instead of spending thousands on scattered training, you get a proven step-by-step system that's already creating dominant flag football athletes. This is how elite flag football players are built. And I could sit here and tell you how powerful the system is, but let's just look at the proof. These are real athletes with real results. Players who went from struggling to standing out and to becoming national champions. They put in the work and they followed the system, and now they're playing at the highest level of flag football. But let me be clear, this isn't for everyone. This is for athletes who are serious about competing at the highest level. Players who want real coaching, not just another random training program. Competitors who are willing to invest in their development and stop guessing. We only work with dedicated athletes who want to take action, because that's who gets results. This is not for athletes who are looking for a quick fix or a magic trick. People who kinda want to get better, but aren't ready to commit. Players who aren't willing to put in the work. If you're looking for the cheapest and easiest route, this isn't for you. But if you're serious about making real progress, then this is exactly what you need. We personally work with every athlete inside this system who is serious about taking their game to the next level. That means we don't take on just anyone. We only accept athletes who are truly ready to level up. If you're serious about competing at the highest level, this is your shot. But you have to act fast because once spots are filled, we close enrollment. All you have to do is just click the link below to apply for your spot, and then just fill out the short application inside the booking form. If accepted, you'll get a confirmation and we'll set up a free Apex Flag Athlete evaluation, a private one-on-one breakdown of your game, where we will map out exactly what's holding you back and how to take your skills to the next level. We only take a small number of athletes each month because we work with you personally. If you're ready to stop guessing and start training like the best, apply now before spots are gone. Click below, apply now, and let's start developing your game faster than ever. The best athletes take action. Don't miss your shot. I'll see you inside.